G'day and welcome back. I found this was just a little bit interesting. You can have a crack at this and let me know what you think. The first thing is, I've got, let's tell you what, let's put up to 90. 90. All right, nice and round. Let's put that up to 3 volts. There we go, 3 volts. So our Slayer exciter is going, and that's running the primary, which is inducing the secondary. Here I've got a very small LED, and that's running off some 1N4007, I think. And as you can see, it's not very bright at all. Unless I touch it, then it's a bit brighter. But that's lead is going to here, which is going to my earth. Okay. Also, what I have here, not connected to anything, is one of these larger LEDs, and I've just got a small capacitor on there. It really is not doing anything, I found, so don't bother with that. And what I've got here is another isolated LED. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is if I hook up this LED with the wiring to this small LED here, and you watch the improvement in the output. Let's have a look. There you go. On, off the thing. So off, on, you can see how it increases the brightness. Okay, that's the first thing. That's just from that. Why it works, don't know, but it does. And anyway, it doesn't change the voltage on here. Right, so off, on. See, off. Changed a little bit, 370, but the current hasn't changed, which is interesting. And my camera won't focus very well either. Righto, so that's okay. The next thing I noticed was, let's just try that again. See how it's brighter when I touch it. 77, 70, it's going up now, not down. So, very interesting. I'll touch it, not on. Interesting, isn't it? All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up, keep it hooked up. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch. So that's just being induced by the coil through there for our local LED. And remember that goes to earth. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to touch this on the earth here of my system. And you watch this. All right, so that's pretty bright. But the other thing is, if we put it on there, right, so off, on, off, on. It's going up, off, on, off, on. So what is that? Also, you can see here, our inductance goes down a little bit. Off, on. Now that's very interesting. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this grounded one and we're going to put it on the primary. As you can see, it's already getting excited. I'm going to put that on the primary. Either primary is fine. You can see how bright that is, bang. And as you can see, 77 still, off, on, off, on. All right, so we're going to leave that on. Now, I know it's getting confusing, but watch this. This one, this is our, remember, this is our one that goes to here. And I'm going to touch that back on the negative. Very bright now. Doesn't change that. Doesn't change our induced, our circuit doesn't change. Probably should show you. Yep. Circuit light doesn't change, and our meter doesn't change either. Hang on, try and get back a bit. Well, nothing changes. So that was very interesting, I found. So, oh, there is a difference now. A little bit, not much. So what I did was I changed the leg on that LED, and now should be a little bit better. Off, on, off, on. So as you can see, absolutely no difference. That's better, that's what I'm looking for. That's actually what I wanted to demonstrate. So that's very interesting. Anyway, the LEDs really don't consume much. Not a good demonstration, but yeah, it's interesting. And finally, what I've done this time is I've taken this one and I've connected it to the same earth that goes to that earth, that goes to this induction LED. And as you'll see, there's our power and voltage, current and voltage. What I'm going to do is I'm going to touch this on the earth that runs our little Slayer exciter, and you'll see what happens. Turn that on, brightness. As you can see, it makes absolutely no difference to the Slayer exciter circuit or the induced current. So there, once again, and our voltage off, on, off, on. I'll try and get that all in one shot for you. Found that very interesting. So basically you got that pseudo earth going through the LED and then going to true earth. And that's not being induced. That one's not being induced at all. There's absolutely, if I put it over here, we see we get some induction. But over here, Zippo, whack it on there. Let's hold that for you. And we get some very nice light and very bright. This time I've got this little LED connected to this earth, and I'm going to touch it on the primary, and you'll see once again, very large, very good light. And once again, slight difference in voltage there, but two parts of bugger all. On, off, on. Anyway, you get the gist. Interested to hear your thoughts. Finally, I've turned my power supply up to 4 volts, 132 milliamps. Everything is going dandy. Got my little unit here connected to the earth. And what we're going to do is we're going to touch the bottom part onto the open side of our little LED here, which is this side, and watch the difference. Huge amount of difference, also of the induced. As you can see, on, off, on, off. No difference to the rest of the circuit. On, off, on, off. So I get a full, it's not going to want to focus, is it? On, off. There you go. A slight difference in the current. Actually, it's going up instead of down. That's great. Yep. All right, catch ya.